Hey YouTube, I'm gonna do a quick unboxing of the DeWalt Xtreme 3/8 impact driver DCF 902F2. It's the kit. And I'm gonna do a little test run. See how it goes. And then I picked up a 3 amp hour the 3 amp hour battery too. Well, I have other 2 amp hour I have some charged 2 amp hour batteries. Okay. Belt clip, manuals, charger. I have 3 of these now. And it comes with, of course, like all the DeWalt kits. 2 of these. 2 of these 2 amp hour batteries, which I already have. As you can see here, I already have the impact driver, I have the drill driver, and I have the DeWalt screwdriver. And now here's my new DeWalt 12-volt brushless impact driver. Okay. And I'll just throw this charger in the bag. And let me throw a couple of these on chargers. Okay, actually, plug the new charger in too, because I want to charge up this 3 amp hour battery real quick. Let's see. And this battery's not much bigger than the 2 amp. Of course, the packaging. Always difficult to open up. Alright, there's 3. Yeah, let's see the difference here. Yeah, they're actually the same exact size. The 2 and the 3 amp hour batteries, as you can see here. There's the 2, there's the 3. I don't see any difference in size. So this one probably has bigger, better cells in it. But let's get and all these kits, I got 2 batteries and a charger. So this was one kit I bought with the 2 batteries and a charger for this. Then this is another kit I bought 2 separately with 2 batteries and a charger also. So I have several I have several chargers, as you can see, and 2 amp hour batteries. I have 2, 4, 6. I have 6 of the 12 volt batteries and 1 3 amp. Alright, so I'll just throw that. Why isn't this going? Okay. That one on here. Fully charged. This one has the speed controller on it too. Let's see. I'm gonna get a. I'm gonna grab a couple of lag bolts here. See how this works. Alright, here's a 1/4 inch. This is like a 1/4 inch thick lag bolt, 1/2 inch socket. And this is probably, I don't know, 1/8 inch. And let's see. I do have a few of the Makita 3/8 sockets. I'm actually going to drive. I'm going to drive the smaller one first. Test this out here. Oh. And this has the ring on it. It doesn't have the little ball detail. And as you can see, the ring is pretty tight. Really tight. Holy cow, that ring is super tight. Why isn't this? Okay, there it goes. Alright, so let's see how this dries. And there's no pre-drilled. This is solid as a rock. Okay. Yeah, that drove that pretty good. Alright, now I want to see how this one dries. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Okay, now that I put a socket on there for the first time, it's actually a little bit easier now. And as you can see, that drove, just got a splinter. That drove that pretty deep. See how it takes it out. You know what I want to try? Here, I'm going to try this. This is supposed to. You see how that worked? It stops. So once you loosen the bolt up all the way, ooh, that's hot. Okay, that socket is hard to get off. All right. Pretty good. So this mode right here, as soon as you get the first mode there, as soon as you get the bolt out all the way, it stops spinning real fast, slows it down. So see how many bars. And look at just that little bit right there, because that's why I got a 3 amp hour battery. Just that little bit right there already took a bar. Already took a bar of power. But let's try driving this. Oh, this is hot. And as you can see, this bolt's not even that great if you look at the tip of it. There. And it's an old bolt. Yeah. I actually drove it better the second time. I mean, as you can see, I don't want to touch that yet because I know it's really hot. As you can see, though, yeah, it's hot. As you can see, I mean, for a 4-inch lag bolt, quarter inch thick, and I think that's a 1/2 inch. Yeah, it's a 1/2 inch socket. So it's not I mean, that's a pretty big bolt for something like this. You know what I mean? But obviously, the thing works pretty good. So I'll be using this a lot because I gotta work on my Cadillac Escalade soon. Gotta do a few things to it, so I think this thing is gonna be awesome. Once I mean, even I know this isn't like a super powerful, you know, it's only a little small 12 volt, but once I break my bolts loose with a regular wrench, once I break the bolts loose with my regular wrench, this is going to make quick work of removing the bolts, and then, of course, when I go to put the bolts back in, you know, for the most part, I could probably put this on high, put the bolts back in real quick, and if I have to torque them down to a certain specification, then that's what I'll do. Get them snug with this. So it's just gonna. I just got this basically to make stuff go easier and quicker for me when I'm working on my vehicles, or if I'm gonna go build like a deck. If I have to do any decks, and you got to put the 4x4 posts up, or you got to put the lag bolts, you know, for framing the deck. This is gonna be awesome for that, to take on a job. And it's like I said, as you can see, I got plenty of batteries. So, I mean, I could go all day with this thing. We'll see how it works. This actually has the same, as you can see, this is the impact wrench, this is the impact driver. But if you could see that, it's actually got the same exact controls on it. Size-wise, same thing. I mean, this sticks out a hair more than that, of course, because it's a 3/8 inch drive. But yeah. And, you know, these are the only DeWalt, actually the new, out of all the DeWalt stuff right now, these are actually the only DeWalt drills or impact drivers that I'll actually buy right now, because I don't like the Atomic. I don't think the Atomic is that great of a line. I don't think the 887, certain ones of the 887s, they're not that great. And I've had these for I don't know how long now. If you could see, I don't know if you could see it on camera, but if you look at that chuck, this chuck right here, you can see it's a plastic chuck, and it's already got a few little wear marks in it, because I've used this a bunch of times. This tiny little drill, I've used this a bunch, and I love it. Works really good. This, actually, the one I've used the most is this. I actually find myself using this little screwdriver, the DeWalt 12-volt Xtreme screwdriver. I find myself using it, and I didn't think I was gonna use this as much as I did. I thought this was gonna sit around and I would be using these two more, but surprisingly, I've used this for tons. I've used this for tons of stuff, and I don't know. I just really like the screwdriver. You put this on the clutch setting like 15, and you could drive long fasteners all day on 15. Then, or you could put it on max. You could actually put this on max right here, and you could use this to drill. So I usually keep this between, I don't know, 13 and 15 when I'm doing certain things, and this thing works. This thing works awesome. Like, this is the same. I don't know if I have to charge this battery. No, this is a good battery. But I've actually used this all day doing a bunch of stuff. Little stuff, you know what I mean? But I did use it all day. A couple of days. But for all day use, this thing, the battery lasted almost all day. Didn't drop down 1 bar till the end of the day. And I was driving a lot of between 1-inch screws to 2.5-inch screws, all different kinds, for doorknobs and locks. That's mostly what I use this for, when I'm installing and removing old doorknobs and locks and stuff like that. When I'm taking down and putting up new lights and doing a little electric work, like putting plug covers on and stuff like that. You put this, when you're putting the screws on switch and plug covers, you put this clutch setting all the way down to number 3, and it puts the screws in perfect with that. But yeah, so that's the new DeWalt 12-volt Xtreme impact driver. The new impact driver. Wrench. I keep saying driver. Impact wrench. So, I don't know. I'll take this to work with me when I need it. Mostly I'm going to use this around the house, garage, for, like I said, working on my vehicles. And as you can see, here's my, I showed you guys my toolbox before. I have tons, like my toolbox is overloaded with mechanic tools. So I'll use that DeWalt one now. I'll be using this DeWalt one quite a bit. This little Xtreme here. And I do have the Makita, of course. And let's just see. Now don't forget, this only has a 2 amp hour battery on it. This is brushless. This has a 4 amp hour battery. This is a brushed. You could hear the difference. This one sounds a little more. That one sounds a little better. Well, let's see. And as you can see, the reason why I got this. You can see the reason why I got this one. Look at how much smaller that is. Now, even if I put a socket, if I put the socket on this one, and the socket on that one, I mean, look at the difference. As you can see, the DeWalt with the socket is actually shorter. I wish the light would go off, but it's actually, as you can see, it's way shorter than this without a socket. But let me do a little. Since you've seen how that worked, let's see how quick this is. Okay, I drove that down pretty good. But as you see, when I use this one, this is way quicker. Even removing that, this, and look at that. This is a 4 amp hour battery again. Fully charged, 4 amp hour battery. This is a 2 amp hour battery, and this is fully charged. When I drove this, when I drove that bolt, that was a fully charged. That was a fully charged battery. So, you know, as you can see, this thing blows this one away. And I like this, don't get me wrong. It's just big and bulky, and it's supposed to be compact, but it's just big and bulky compared to the DeWalt one. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm sure it's gonna do good for me. Gonna do what I need it to do. Yeah, so I guess that's my little, test run of this, the DeWalt Xtreme 3/8 impact wrench. I like the lights on it too, of course. The lights, that Makita, the Makita only has one tiny little light here under the trigger, which is kind of not that great. So this one's probably, I think this is 10 times better than to me, off of what I just did, this is 10 times better than the Makita ones. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I got plenty, if you guys watch my videos. Here, I have plenty of Makita stuff all over the place. I got all the Makita bits here. Tons of Makita bits here. I have the new Makita. I have the new Makita bits here. I have Makitas. I have the Makita. A Makita Sawzall. Oh, and I have a Makita, but it's not here. My friend's using it right now. I have a Makita sander too. And I have a Makita my Makita roofing nailer. So I got quite a few Makita tools. But yeah. So I guess that's my little review of the DeWalt impact driver, or impact wrench. So that's one more to my collection. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I don't know. As soon as this coronavirus thing is over, I'm gonna make some more. I'll make some more videos and stuff, and yeah, using all these tools. But thanks for watching again. Like, subscribe, and I don't know. As soon as possible, I'll make some new videos. Catch you on the next one.